Hello, I'm Lacey Van Winkle, and I'm going to be talking about my applied assignment. We are going to start by talking about pre-work. So the pre-work I chose was to talk about disabilities in children. I chose this because kids need advocates as they may not have a strong enough voice on their own and need a little extra support from those older than them. The aspect of inclusion I picked was education environments. For my interview, I chose to interview my coworker Desiree. She's a single mom to 3 children, all with disabilities of their own. So I know she could give me some pretty insightful information on that. The background that I know before my interview, that she's always on the phone talking to the school, social workers, talking about just things that are happening in her personal life with the boys. And I always know that she's always working really hard dealing with everything that's happening around her. So the course materials I chose to talk about are equity, parental, caregiver power, and disability policy. It talks about the many challenges and steps it takes parents of children with disabilities, because it's not just children with disabilities that have to go through some things. The parents are equally on that ride with their children. I think it's really important that the parents are getting recognized for that. The next course material I chose to talk about are Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. This video talks about how students with disabilities have been treated in the past, and it hasn't always been the greatest way. And it's talking about how lawmakers are now trying to make sure that every student, disability or no disability, is getting the best education that they can get. The research I did on my own, I talked about supporting parents of students with special needs. And it talks about how not every student's alike, not every teacher knows everything, and every parent is in a different situation, and that because of all three of these factors, there's no right or wrong way to handle stuff, and it helps teachers, students, and parents find the correct resources and the correct way to go about the certain aspects that are happening in their lives. The next research I found on my own was called The Impact of Child Disability on the Family. And it talks about kind of what the first article talked about, the mental and emotional effects having a child with a disability takes on the parent or caregiver, because it is such a hard role and it's not a role that gets appreciated enough, in my opinion. Let's talk about evidence. So I had my email here confirming my interview on this blank page, but it got deleted off the page and I couldn't figure out how to re-add it, so just ignore my blank page. But this is my interview process with Desiree. I asked her how old her sons were and their first names. I didn't, I was like, don't give out information if you don't want to. She only chose to talk about her 2 older boys, which is fine by me. I told her from the get-go, whatever makes you comfortable. So we're talking about the 7-year-old boy and the 10-year-old boy. I asked her what disabilities they all have, and she gave me quite a list for both of her boys, and how these are the biggest roles that play in school. I asked her if her sons attend public or private school, and they attend a public school. Next part of my evidence is how are some ways schools in the past helped you and your sons. Just having a lot of patience, going the extra step with her kids, and regular meetings with the social worker and the school psychiatrist to make sure that everyone is where they need to be. What are some ways the school has failed you and your kids? Which I felt was like positive, negative question to ask. It's understanding that not normal classrooms apply to students with disabilities. They need extra help, they need extra care, and some teachers just had a hard time accepting that. Teaching the mindset of all children are the same. No kids are the same, whether they're able-bodied or disabled. Every student is different, and she said that's something that was really hard for a lot of teachers to understand and accept throughout schooling. And a lack of communication. She says for a long time they did not have any communication within the school until she recently moved, and I can understand why that would be so frustrating for her. Um, if she has any friends or family with kids with disabilities, and if it's a negative experience or positive experience, and both. Every year is different, every teacher is different, which is kind of an anticipated answer. Uh, Question 7. What do you wish schools would do differently? Um, and she said she would like to see all teachers are giving more experience with children with disabilities rather than having the expectation of all children being the same. More sensitivity training, um, because a lot of children go through different traumas, different problems, and it's things like this that can call bullies to pick on her kids or other kids, and that's something she would really like to see stop. And then my final question to her was, what's something you wish the general public knew about raising kids with disabilities? And it's mostly about patience. You cannot judge a child or compare them with another child. They are their own selves. You need to look that this is an individual and they're going to process things as an individual. And you just need to accept they are who they are. New learning. What I learned about inclusion is everyone deserves to be included. There's no reason based off this course why people can't find a way to be included. We're all taking our own journeys. It's okay to take different routes in life, but you don't really need to walk by yourselves anymore. It's okay to make a friend, learn something you didn't know if someone's different than you. Just keep your mind open. Equity. We're all people. Just because you go out of your way to congratulate someone for completing an everyday task or holding the door for someone doesn't make you a hero or make you better than anybody else. Being able to understand inside we all have a lot of personal work and growth to accomplish to be the best version of ourselves we possibly can be. People, able body, disabled body, whatever, we're all still people and deserve to be treated as such. Access. We don't all live in a very accessible world. Doorsteps, uneven paths, broken sidewalks, and buildings without wide enough pathways. Think of like a restaurant, how they have some thin, narrow paths that people in a wheelchair or a stroller, this, that, the third, may not be able to get through. Creating a more accessible environment would allow people to become more active members in the community and society, and it's definitely just a quick way to feel a little more accepted. Continued inquiry. Changes I can make in my area. My dad is a member of the board for the neighborhood we live in, and I asked him about if we can talk to the board about raising money to fix up some of our sidewalks. They're all torn up, they're not even. So this is a small way that even in my own community that I can try to make a difference with. Questions I have for my peers is, what has been the most impactful lesson for you? And how are you going to stay open-minded towards people with disabilities in the future? Thank you. Bye.